No bite!
Alright.
No bite!
What
Go! No, we're done here.
Alright, we're done to D&D, I guess.
what happened last session?
We were being
almost
cattywampus with planning.
We destroyed those trees.
You destroyed those
No.
trees.
We
got
did not destroy those trees. In
Yeah.
fact, those trees
Those
decided
trees
to
destroyed
destroy
us.
us.
We got our behinds handed to us.
We lived, though.
We got the fruit.
Somehow.
We got our ass beat by shrubbery.
Scraps ate one of the fruits.
Dude, it was great. Felt great, actually. And then we unstoned our boy, our best friend, Lazar.
Yippee!
And then there was some nice little back and forth with V and Lazar. That was funny. Guys, my brain cell's still loading. Someone take over.
Kane almost died.
Yeah, Kane almost died.
Or a couple of us sure had some talks with Devil Child.
Oh yeah, Demon Child and me are like best friends forever. We have best friends forever rings now.
No.
Yeah.
It's on our pinkies.
Yeah.
They're invisible. You can't see them.
Keisha's debating making a moral alignment change because of that conversation.
I'll never be alone again. Super powerful. Everything is within grasp.
Hi, Nico.
We're doing the recap. Yeah, people had conversations with Malak. And we decided that I believe the session was planning and setting things up to finally kill
Yeah.
the douchebag.
All planning, no cattywampus.
All planning, no cattywampus.
Yeah, we're supposed to like get stuff like potions and other stuff and cool things.
Yeah.
Supplies, you may say.
Alright. Where do we want to pick back up?
Well, we just got back. Like, Acacia just finished her conversation.
Yeah, so
right?
don't start with me.
Yeah.
Wait, what time would that have been when you came back?
The conversation didn't last like that long, maybe like 10 minutes. But it's late in the evening now.
Oh, okay.
Well, where are we at? Sorry.
You're at the theater.
Or your place.
Okay.
Yeah, we came back. Your place seemed optimal. Had enough room for everyone, the whole squad.
Yeah, another person to accommodate for.
I guess we can just pick up where we were gonna like start talking about what we're gonna do tomorrow morning. Because they're all gathered up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know where's where. I just came in a bit
Alright,
ago.
so out of character.
Yeah.
The plan is to kill the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to be loud and proud about it, or do you want to try to be stealthy?
Should we talk this in character or?
I'm saying this now out of character so that way we can figure out what could happen or
Okay.
how we could present this.
On the one hand, he's got power, so he's got allies. So we should probably be sneaky. On the other hand, he's also a lot of those allies would probably stab him in the back the second they saw a chance to nab his position. So it's not like they'd really care if he was being attacked. And I feel like most of the people aren't really loyal to him either.
If it worked for Luigi, it could work for us, maybe.
You're still right.
Just in the middle of the day, fucking shoot him in the face, turn towards the camera and go, oh, and then run away to Central Park.
And then go to
And then
McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Mickey D's with my man.
Carrying a whole
My book
carrying a whole
bag.
bunch of incriminating evidence.
Sorry.
Guys, it was not planted. Okay, the cops know what they're doing.
Dude,
Of course.
Yeah,
Any
and one
manifesto
PD,
that
best
states
police
to
in the
the
world,
feds.
baby.
Number one.
dude, any manifesto that starts with "Feds, I support you," nope.
No.
Yeah, out of character, I think we should be sneaky about it.
Okay.
But I would rather also have this conversation in character.
The reason I am saying this is because Valor has nothing to contribute for planning. Valor is there to help. I just can't think of anything Valor would propose that would be any way remotely helpful for us.
Understandable.
So, what are we doing about our situation?
Well, we have a whole bunch of dynamite. We just blow it up.
I don't know if starting with an explosion is a good idea. That will draw a lot of attention.
Although it's a
Alright.
good emergency.
Yeah, that's a good fallback plan if things start going really badly.
Okay, okay. You can sneak the dynamite around.
Well, the dynamite could be used for a diversion.
That's true. I mean, we have the whole sewers, right? You could cost something somewhere else. It'll track attraction over there. And there's less people over there, and it would just go in. Whooshoo!
But how are we going to cause a diversion in the sewers when we need to be... One second while I actually get the name of this fucking place. Well, we're in the District of Stars.
I don't know. What do we have?
What about the... I hate that I'm saying this. But what about the person you got the dynamite from? Would they be willing to maybe set it up?
Maybe.
You simply just have to track them down again.
Yeah, we just have to find them.
Yeah, in a whole city.
If anyone could do it, it's Scraps.
Oh my god. Okay. I like the idea of a diversion.
Uh-huh.
But we need a diversion that is going to not harm people in the process. We need something to cause a commotion, but also be necessarily unharmful. Which is why I think we should put it here. And Valor points at the Valor 10 workshop.
What?
Interesting. I was going to suggest something similar. Are you sure you're okay with that?
With what?
Causing more damage there?
Valor 10, not Valor 14.
Oh, fuck. Girl's got dyslexia, baby. Yeah, I think that's a good option. But there might be people working there.
That's why we do it when people aren't working there.
Alec, what kind of sweatshop labor is this? Are they around the clock, or is this like a 9 to 5?
Make a history check. What are you specifically asking?
Would there be a time of day where the Valor 10 factory is not operational, like what, shut down for the night?
Yeah,
We can,
history
like-
check.
They like pull on like the fire alarm.
History 23.
23. Later at night, there wouldn't be as many, though there would still be like some walking around. You do know that they do need to kind of like recharge, but they just like take shifts, kind of like any other guard.
Acacia shares this information with the class.
Now, are you talking about actual physical people, or are you talking about other Valor 10 units?
The Valor 10 units.
Okay.
Well, okay, like, are you guys specifically asking if the factory itself is shut down, or
Like,
if
are there humanoid people in the factory at night?
Oh, at night, no.
Okay, great, yeah.
Maybe like 1 or 2 guards, but
Well, one or two innocent
Yeah.
casualties is acceptable.
you would know though.
Wow.
And Valor 14, you would also know, because you don't technically sleep and you're awake the whole time. The other Valor 10 units do the same as well.
So, I would like to propose an idea. If we do go along the lines of using the Valor 10 workshop as a distraction, that means that we do need to be stealthy through and through. I would also like to warn everybody that they are designed similar to I, where they don't necessarily sleep, they just go into low power mode. They are ever watchful.
I have 2 questions. One for the DM and one in character. For the DM, based on our sewer map, is there a sewer tunnel that leads to the Valor X factory? Or is that... is it different?
Yeah, there would be.
Okay. Does anybody have a spell, a potion, anything that can make them temporarily invisible?
V, you would be able to make one. It would just require some time and some like decent alchemy checks.
They raise your hand. I can make some. If I do really good at it.
Okay, yeah, we could have 1 or 2 people go invisible plant the bombs from the sewer and then get out. We could do it at night to limit civilian casualties.
We do this away from any humanoid guards.
We can try. We might not have the luxury of knowing where they are. There will be a couple on premises.
Again, we do everything in our power to not cause any casualties.
That's why we're doing it at night, not in the middle of the day. If I remember correctly, there should only be less than a handful of people on site at night. And they would probably be... I don't think they'd be by the sewer grates.
Then we go into the sewers. We plant the dynamite. We leave. And we go to his home.
Yeah.
And this will attract the guards to create a diversion, freeing us from having an encounter with them.
Most likely.
We just
I mean,
need to
if
make
your
sure.
big important factory went up in flames, where would you be?
Not too. I was going to suggest breaking out the prisoners. It's an idea we can use. Cause a prison outbreak at the midnight. I could have Alfonso possibly help us create a plan, help with the diversion. It attracts both the Valors as well as the guards. The prisoners make out with whatever they can, causing us free leeway to make our way over to Hildebrand's estate as well.
It's not a bad idea. I
If
wish not to involve Alfonso if we don't have to. He's already stuck his neck out enough for us in the last short time.
The only reason I suggested the Valor 10 workshop instead of the prison break is because I know the nobility of the city care more for the objects they create than the people they imprisoned.
Well, what if we do both?
That might stir enough of a panic.
Have one team go plant the bombs, have the other team go free prisoners, and then meet up?
Yeah.
We should not split.
I don't
I
think
agree.
we should split.
Then I agree.
Just make sure we do it in quick succession. We start with the warehouse, then we go to the barracks, then we go to Hildebrand's house.
Is out of character. This is gonna sound like a stupid question. Is there a possibility to like set the bomb, the TNT on a timer?
The fuse is called.
Yeah, how long is the fuse?
However long you want it to be. If you want.
Okay, so if I want it like 20,000 feet,
Give me a mile-long fuse.
comic, like make it cartoonishly long.
I feel like scrap's good.
You make a detonator?
In character, I'm gonna go
You
back
You could
in
also
character.
you could also like tell an NPC to go do it.
That is true. What if, in character, what if we set the bombs and light them later? Or have someone else do it?
If there's somebody else that we can trust to do it, then that's I think in the ideal scenario, in my head, the bombs go off. We use that scrambling of the guard that will inevitably happen to break out the prisoners. The rest of the guards in the city will be stuck doing that, so we scurry as quickly as possible from the prison to Hildebrand's.
How long would it take to travel via sewer between all three of those locations?
Well, I mean, plant the bombs, get into position at the prison, have a trusted friend set them off, and then once the guards start scrambling.
And who do you suppose that we can trust to do this?
Why don't we
Trust
use
the
our new
people
friend?
Go ahead, Scraps.
Why don't we use our new friend?
Beef?
Yeah.
You want me to do it?
No, sorry. Second newest friend.
The assassin.
Navi.
Oh, oh!
Yeah.
Is he still here?
Yeah, sure, I can do it.
He's right there.
You ready to earn your paycheck?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fucking little
I'm
shark.
still getting 50% of everything you guys find in Hildebrand's mansion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Because we get him, and boom.
Let's see. We need a time in which to set this off. So that way we know when to break out the prisoners. And as soon as we're done with that, we can book it to Hildebrand's house.
Should we do it in late hours to make more confusion?
Well,
Yes.
Late hours. As for breaking out the prisoners, we should probably figure out a way to direct them out of the city as we're going to Hildebrand's house.
We can just tell them.
Yes.
They're all scattering in different ways.
Fair.
Especially if they're scattering in different ways, it will cause a much bigger distraction. I think it's best not to say to them what we're planning to do,
I agree with that.
just in case it leaks.
I also do just want to put out there, we don't know what any of these people are in prison for.
Yes.
It could be simply drug possession, which shouldn't be a crime. It could also be a serial killer that we're letting out. I just want everyone in the room to be aware of that.
That's fine by me.
Acacia is
Well,
mostly looking at Valor and Owain.
Owain is in
Scraps doesn't give a shit. I know Kane doesn't give a shit.
Owain is in deep contemplation. I have the thought. I'm just trying to formulate the thought.
If I fret over every loose thread in this tapestry, I will never be able to fix the actual problems here.
I agree. I think getting rid of Hildebrand will be the most good. And I think it's more. I think this is more so me convincing myself. But I'd like to believe most of them are in there for petty things.
I agree with you. I'm just making sure that the stakes are clear in that regard.
Plus, I guess this is also me being optimistic that they would get caught again if they are violent criminals.
I
If
just wanted to put it out there because I know our little group has had some moral problems recently. So
No, I haven't.
thank you, Scraps.
Yeah.
the damage
As
we
long as
caused,
we're all on the same page for once.
the
That's
damage
all
we
I want.
cause, the damage we caused to the Valor 10 workshop would not put them out of commission. I know that. They'll do everything in their power to get that assembly line back up and running as soon as possible. Not only that, but there are still Valor 10 models walking around everywhere in this city.
Yeah.
If they are dumb enough to do their crimes again, they will be caught. They will be put in prison.
I agree.
We are giving them a second chance of becoming better people. If they choose not to take that, that is on them and not me.
Yeah.
So we're all
I
on the
agree
same
with
page.
Valerie.
Good. Okay, great. We free the prisoners. We book it to Hildebrand's.
Yeah.
Now, I do think we should rest for the night. That situation with the foliage left a lot of us bruised, little mangled.
That's an understatement, but yes, we should sleep.
Alright then. We can discuss dealing with Hildebrand tomorrow then.
You are not discussing anything. We're executing tomorrow.
We discuss during the day, we execute at night.
I'm sorry. There's
Line
still the
goes
issue
hard.
of Hildebrand having the cloak that renders him invulnerable to most of our attacks.
I mean, we've established that he's had nowhere near enough time to get it to that point.
Not only that, we do have several means of restraining him, if need be.
Alec, do I remember... Can I make my shitty little history roll? Do I remember what hit my cousin the most? What kind of attacks?
Would Acacia have cared?
About her cousin?
Mm-hmm.
Let me roll a d10 if it's an 11 or higher. If it's a 10.
If it's an
11 or
11?
higher, yes.
Let me roll a d10 if it's an 11 or higher.
No, fuck. Let me roll a d20 if it's 11 or higher.
That's crazy. Dude, rolling higher than a 10 on a d10 is insane.
I rolled a 15, so
Okay.
yes,
Oh,
she
okay.
cared about her cousin enough to pay a little bit of attention.
Okay. Yeah, make a history check.
Wahoo. 19.
19. You know that any kind of damage, or... I'll just tell you, like, very similar effects that, like, a Cloak of Displacement would have. So, like, if you take damage, people don't have disadvantage on, like, attacks against you. If you're restrained, people don't have people don't have disadvantage on attacks against you. I'll just post what the Cloak of Displacement does. It does more things than that, this, like, artifact, but that is, like, a major property of it.
Okay, thank you. I'm just thinking along the lines of, like, should we be melee attacking him or should we be using spells?
You remember that things that, like, hit your cousin most often was isolating him.
Okay, I will share this information with the class.
Could you? Oh, you're gonna write it down. Thank you.
I have several ways of ensnaring people.
Could you write it down?
I did.
Oh,
It's in the campaign chat.
I see.
Well, I suppose that settles that then.
If you take damage, the more cases.
Let's figure out the details in the morning.
Oh,
We should probably also speak with Yesfir. They wanted to equip us with things before we went off to do this.
ooh.
Yes, that's correct. So we
I
can
know
go ahead
you've
and
had a
take care of
couple
that
of-
tomorrow.
I know you've had a couple of chats with her. Do you want to be the one to do that?
Sure, but I'd rather we all go ahead and make our way there anyway.
Spearhead the conversation, at least.
That's fine.
Okay, you all go to bed.
Yeah.
Aisha's gonna stay up writing a letter, and I'm gonna type it to you.
Okie dokie.
Sage, can you please get out of the way of my keyboard? I am begging you.
Anybody else doing anything before you long rest?
I'm gonna rest closely to my new friend.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Are you the big spoon or little spoon?
I will be a little spoon.
Their like childlike arms barely wrap around you.
And I realized, oh wait, I'm too big. I'm a big spoon.
Big spoon with only one arm. Sad face.
Yeah, sorry, can't. We can't win them all, huh?
I'm just waiting for Alice to airdrop me the letter.
Oh, just go, because this will be a few minutes.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh my god.
Boy.
She sends you like a 20
It's like 4
letter.
pages.
Dearest dear.
First of all!
First of all, You're not video.
Okay.
Fuck.
You all gain a long rest. Sleep
Yay.
is a little restless.
Wait, sorry.
What's
I
up?
just thought of something.
What's up?
Can I go find my roommates?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find Lisa.
Mm.
Actually, I'm gonna go around and just the whole theater and just like tell them all to meet in like the communal like living space.
Uh-huh.
Just have
Right
all 5 of
underneath the hole in the roof.
them.
Oh, there's plenty of natural light here. It's great.
And I'm just gonna tell them. Fuck.
Spit it out, Owain.
That
What's wrong?
it might. I'm gonna be doing something tomorrow. If you hear any chaos, just don't panic.
You know, when you guys do your plans, like, we can hear you. Like, there's no...
Okay.
Like, we try to be polite and put up, like, you know, the curtains and everything. But we can't hear you.
Okay, so you know what's gonna be going down. I would just like to say, if anything goes wrong, I'd like to say goodbye. But
Legally speaking, we don't know anything that's going to happen tomorrow.
yes,
And we're going to look forward to having dinner with you like we do every single night.
I look forward to having dinner with you guys tomorrow night too. And then Owain's just gonna walk away to their curtain.
You see Del just go, "What?" and like grabs you, and like all of your roommates just kind of like envelop you in like a hug. Lisa's just kind of like standing on the edge, just kind of like tapping you on the back, like, okay. And Del just kind of like sighs and just goes, "Owain, we know we like put a lot of pressure on you, but really, you're the only thing that's kind of like keeping this place together."
I think it's all of us keeping it together.
Maybe.
But I promise I'll have dinner with you guys tomorrow night.
Good. You're gonna come back to us, and that piece of shit is gonna be gone.
Yes.
Or whatever happens to him. Legally speaking, I don't know.
Owain is gonna chuckle at that. Like, but yes, and Owain's gonna hug them back. And then after realizing it's been too long, try to pull away.
The hug has lasted too long.
Let me. So I think I should get some rest now. And Owain's gonna try to pull away.
If you need us for anything, we're not completely useless.
I know. I don't think we will.
Okay.
And then Owain's gonna slip back to their curtain. You did like the thing.
Alright. Owain, you head to bed. Anybody else?
You got my letter. I'm
Yep.
good.
How are you sending it?
When we're out talking to Ysfir tomorrow, Acacia will stop by a courier.
Okay.
I actually want to speak with Owain.
Oh.
Valor is sitting in their usual spot when at the theater. Um, and like Valor seems like they're shut down for a minute, like no eyes glowing, and then all of a sudden you hear their voice. Good evening, Owen.
Owen startled a little bit. Evening, Valor.
You think we're doing the right thing?
Yes.
Truly.
Yes. I don't see any other way to go about it.
Even though that we're putting other people's lives in danger for our own personal vendetta.
I don't think it's a personal vendetta. Knowing the harm he's done and seeing just how whatever damage is caused by what we've done, by what we're gonna do, is vastly shadowed by all the harm he's done and can potentially do.
I've learned that's a very convenient excuse.
It is. But it's us. It's the only excuse I have. It's I throughout the past week I've wanting to not kill him. I don't really see a future where he can live and not impose harm on people. But I I don't believe I'm doing this for myself, but rather for the people that he's harmed.
It can still be selfish to do things for other people.
Yeah, and I am being selfish right now. But if that's what it takes to help people, then so be it.
Okay.
What are you
I'm
thinking?
sorry. What I'm thinking?
Yeah.
I am struggling with the idea that I am going to have to take someone's life and put other people's life in danger in order to do any ultimate good.
There is one fact I've known is there is no like ultimate good.
And yet, I still want to believe in it.
And that's okay. It's just I don't know how I don't want to change what you believe.
But what are you trying to convince?
More so myself. Cause I also don't want to think that I have to take someone's life to do good. But I've come to realize that's the only feasible solution going forward.
For a bard, you lack a lot of imagination.
Well, it's more so I've been smacked in the face with reality as of late. Because with the whole court possibility, with the court situation, there is a chance he could be let go. And then what? If we wait too long to write a contract to save the theater, we're only saving the theater. And if we wait for that contract, he gets the powers that he wants from that child. And also, who's to say what else he's doing that we don't know? So it could be I lack imagination, or I'm imagining too much of the harm that he's doing.
I've tried every simulation in my head. How to help, what I could do, the least amount of harm in order to stop him. Unfortunately, I'm too damaged. My processes don't work as well as they used to. We need the light, Owen. And many people are forgetting about it very quickly.
I agree. It's just I fear my light would go out if his darkness is able to rise. And so many others' lights would go out.
And we do what we must.
Exactly.
But don't let that be an excuse. We do what we must. For now.
I agree. As much as it actually, much as it's pained both of us to have to go through with it, it's what we must do.
And then, when we get the chance, we do what we should.
Yes.
This group is sad.
What do you mean?
They veer towards the darkness, as you called it.
I don't believe they do. I think many of them have just been far beyond. Many of them have seen reality and don't have imagination, or they do, but unable to, but understand that imagination it cannot be is just simply that.
That is an interesting perspective. That is a
and
very interesting perspective.
and maybe one way to help ignite that imagination again is getting rid of him.
And then how long until the next darkness comes in?
Well,
How many
as
more lives until we have something lasting?
I don't know. Hopefully, it's just one, and it's just him. But as as cliche as it sounds, there's always darkness if there's light. Can't all be good.
I'm not saying that there can't all be good. But when will we find a balance?
I
When
can't tell
will...
you. I think it's more so, when can you be content with the balance? Because maybe your balance is different than mine, different to Acacia's.
Well, I'm a little naive. I'm less than 10 years old, after all.
And I think it's just having to learn and live to figure out, and maybe with with all the work we do now and in the future, we can develop that balance.
While we're out tomorrow, I must speak with Lady Madeline.
Okay.
I wish to ask for a favor.
All right. We'll have plenty of time tomorrow in the day to make all the preparations that we need. I'll be going to bed now. Good night, Valor. I'm sorry. It was just really good. Oh god. Wow, with that, I am gonna go get some water real quick.
Oh no,
Real.
you've caught my cold.
Yeah, Valor shuts down for the night.
Okay. Is everybody else sleeping?
Yes.
Sick. Acacia.
Oh, hi. Hello.
How has Acacia been sleeping the past couple of like weeks?
Let me Bad. Like, she's been sleeping,
Yeah.
but not great.
It's not necessarily like nightmare after nightmare, but every once in a while you just like have really intense or weird dreams. Sometimes you can't really make out what is happening or what's saying, but you feel like your chest tighten, and every once in a while you wake up in the middle of the night, like adrenaline rushing, your hand instantly on your sword, and you realize you're safe, and you calm down, and you go back to bed. Other nights you're not so lucky. You kind of have to lay awake for several hours, or you just take a watch early. Tonight is less of a dream and more of a memory. It was in the early days. It was you, Felix, Nell, the three of you traveling together. You were young, you were very inexperienced. Felix knew something had to be done. You were mostly following along because, well, this route seemed to lead less directly to death.
Draft dodging, baby.
You were all sleeping in a barn in one of the southern villages. It was a tiny hamlet, less than 200 people. You had just done some service for them. You were exhausted. You weren't used to working with your hands or your body for this long. You remember just kind of laying awake at night. And you remember your hands feeling incredibly cold. Something couldn't... something inside wouldn't let you feel warm ever, really. Like some part of your body was always just a little cold to the touch. Did Acacia know that she had like a draconic soul, or was this something she realized later?
That's interesting. Hadn't fucking thought about that.
That's okay.
I think she knew.
Mm.
Because other people didn't trust her because of it, so it was probably a family thing.
You hear Felix snore beside you, but Nell kind of turns over and almost begins to kind of like anxiously talk at you, kind of like when you were kids. Yeah, it's just, I'm just really not used to walking around this much. Like, couldn't we have like gotten some horses or something? I know Felix says we should stay off the radar, but like, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Your teeth are chattering. It's not that cold, you know?
I'm always cold.
Are you anemic or something? We gotta feed you some more salmon. Oh, I should learn how to fish.
Ugh.
You don't like fish? Okay, alright. Damn. You know, we can't really afford to be picky right now, right? Like...
I know, but... I have standards.
Fish? That's your standard? You draw the line there? I feel like you gotta lower that to, like, fresh.
We'll see how desperate we get.
Listen, you don't have money to live off anymore. I don't have the church backing me. I think we gotta just kind of, I don't know, relinquish our titles.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I refuse.
You know, I can't argue with that. What do you mean you're always cold?
She would stick a hand out and just say, I'm always cold.
Ugh. And, like, he touches your hand briefly and just kind of, like, pulls back. Why are you such a freak?
Ask my parents.
No, thank you. Well. I guess I could. I think later on I can learn how to speak with... Anyway. You really think we have a chance?
No.
At least one of you is honest.
I'd rather die on my terms than as some frontline fodder in the army.
Yeah. Anywhere but that place. Oh god, that church sucked. You know they run the Thieves Guild over there? It's crazy.
That seems like such a contradiction.
You would think, right? Man. It's fine. We'll just kill the dragons and the titans, and then we'll reform the monarchy and destroy the church, and we'll get some sleep at some point in between all that.
Yeah, easy. No problem.
Yeah. I love a good to-do list.
Yeah. You always have a to-do list.
Are you scared to die?
Of course I am.
I think I forgot.
Forgot what?
How to be scared.
Maybe that's not a bad thing.
Maybe. Anyway. I'll, stop bothering you.
You're not bothering me. I think the only two people in the world who don't bother me are in this room.
Don't say that too loudly, he'll hear you. He might actually
he's
think you
snoring.
tolerate him.
He's snoring. There's not a chance in hell he hears me.
Yeah. That guy has a way with, sleeping through anything.
I wish I could get that much sleep. It's not fair.
Right?
I just want to kick him.
If you do it, we can pretend to be asleep.
Should I do it?
Okay, ready? 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Kick.
Felix just like topples over, sword out, shield out, just goes, huh? You and Nell both fall like very quickly asleep on the hay. Felix just kind of like looking around, rushes over to you guys. We're under attack! And Nell just kind of like waves him away.
The only attack we're under is you waking us up. Go back to sleep.
Make a deception check. And you can have, you can have advantage.
With my current stats?
What would you have? Would you
Sorcerer's
be
or charisma?
Yeah, would she be
right?
proficient in deception, you think?
Before she died, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
You
then,
couldn't kill me.
like, yeah, d20 add 6.
16.
16? You see, he just kind of, like, puts his weapons away and goes, oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I guess I'm just, like, really jumpy. My bad. I'll just keep watching, stay awake. Night.
Night.
And with that, the memory just kind of like slowly fades, and you wake up in the theater in the early morning. And as you begin to kind of like get dressed, get prepared for the day, you reach for your sword and it is icy cold to the touch.
She would probably drop it.
There's like a faint shimmer across it. And there seems to be 2 tiny little draconic wings on its hilt. It's changed slightly. For, like, mechanic purposes, your
Yes.
sword has
Yippee!
upgraded.
I said it's rare property.
Mhm.
Yippee!
Oh, sending that letter helped. Or writing it, at least.
Horrifying! Thanks!
Alright.
Oh, that's so nice! We love extra damage.
Yippee! If you can hit.
There's a bonus to attack rolls too, baby!
Alright, it's 11:30. Do people want to break? Alrighty.
Thank you, back. Only do it if it pisses off Ricky.
Are you done?
Nope.
I don't think we're ever done, Alec. At some point, you just have to step in and say, okay, starting the recording.
No, the recording's going. This is in.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
well, this will affect the local trout population.
Yes, we got canceled
If
again.
you know, you know.
Yeah, you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
Yippee!
Where are y'all going? What are y'all doing?
Wake up.
Brush your
Oh,
teeth.
get up.
Take a
Step
shit.
outside, I take it. Sorry.
You said brush our teeth. You think scraps brush their teeth?
Scraps brushes Moloch's teeth.
Yeah.
You have to do
So-
it
Counts
properly,
for
but
both of
Scraps, you
us.
don't have any teeth. Exactly.
We
Oh.
need to go to the Order of the Shivering Dawn, and I would also like to speak with Lady Madeline at some point.
I need to speak to a courier, but we can do that on the way somewhere. It shouldn't take long.
Alright, so we'll head to Yesphere first.
Okay, you all get on your way. Acacia, you flag down a courier. Where are you sending the letter to?
I know his address.
Do you want to send
No.
it to, like, where his family lives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sage has a message for everyone, by the way.
What do you think it
Whoa.
means?
What could it mean?
Oh, man.
I think
So-
Okay, letter
Well-
gets sent to Felix's home. You arrive at the Order of Shivering Dawn. You see Yesphere, Octavius, and Lady Madeline all kind of like standing together in front of a table. And there are several sets of armor, mechanical contraptions, and other glistening items set up on the table. And as you all arrive, Yesphere looks up. Perfect. Now we can start.
Good morning, everyone. I wasn't expecting to see all of you grouped up here together.
Well, Miss Madeline reached out to me about you all. She was worried for your safety. I explained the situation, and now she would like to offer her services. That
Ah,
being
wonderful.
money. And Madeline just kind of like... Yes, well, if there's anything else I can do, but... and Octavius kind of like towers over them both and stands in the background, their hands just kind of like poking together. I was able to craft some things for some of you in my spare time. I can't exactly fight or have any political sway, but I can make a weapon. And
Thank
Yesphere looks like she's about to like burst a vein. Right. They arrived both unannounced.
Ah, that makes sense. Well,
Good
then either
timing.
way, this works out. You know?
Now, we had formulated a plan last night. And I look at the group. Do we want to share this plan? See if they have any thoughts and opinions on it?
You notice Yesphere kind of like twist her arms in front of her and make a kind of like clasping motion. And all at once, all of the windows of the order shut. You are encased in darkness. And then what the spellcasters of the party would recognize as like an anti-divination field begins to form around you all. If you all could wave your arms in front of you so like no invisible person walked through.
I'm on the floor.
Smack, smack, smack.
As a wave.
Valor,
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Valor does so, and I almost smacks Acacia in the face by accident.
Oh
Lazar
my God.
smacks Acacia in the face on purpose.
It smacks him right fucking back.
Ow! Nice hit.
Thanks.
Yes, Fear just kind of like rubs her temple. So what is your plan to deal with Hildebrand?
Well, first we were going to cause 2 different diversions to get most of the city guard away from the player can never fucking remember it without actually just looking at the fucking map. The District of Stars. And then we were going to use the sewers to get through into the district. And we were going to fight Hildebrand without the interruption of the guard. Hopefully.
Madeline speaks up and goes, He possesses some personal guards, as well as having ties to the Laughing Faceless. So I'm sure he'll have backup. But I think with the diversion, at least you won't have the City Guard or the Valor 10s in the mix.
That's the idea. I mean, it would be naive to think it would be just him alone.
No, he's much too paranoid for that.
But that is the long and short of our plan. Create 2 different diversions, cause a panic throughout the city guard on the Valor Tons, go to his home and fight.
Yes, Fear kind of like thinks it over. Who is going to be setting the diversions?
This group, as I'm pointing at the party, is going to the guard barracks to stage a jailbreak. And that one, as I point at Meave, is
Maeve.
going to...
Maeve is dead.
Neve is dead.
Ah,
Y'all
that
dumped
was
his
my boy,
body too.
I thought it was me. Why did I put Meave?
Meave!
No, it
Meave.
legitimately in my
And
notes is
Meave.
M-E-V-E.
Hey,
Their
I can't say
ship
anything. I
name.
said the boy earlier. I said the boy earlier because I forgot.
boy.
The boy.
Maeve.
As I
Neve's
said,
more
the boy.
successful older sibling.
I legitimately thought it was just Meave and you were shitposting us, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Why would it?
I don't know why. I don't know why. Don't ask
anyway. Maeve just goes, yeah, I'm down to blow up a factory. And Yesphere goes, the guard barracks, they're quite far from the upper crust, especially from Ferdinand's mansion, are they not? You're going to run across the whole of town?
We were going to use the sewers.
You do know it doesn't actually lesser the distance, right?
But we're not walking in plain sight, at least. I have no idea what we could do to stage the jailbreak.
Get someone else to do it?
Are you volunteering?
No.
Exactly. We don't exactly have a big net we can cast here.
Did you even try?
Pardon?
Did you try?
Acacia's gonna like look at the group. Who can we even trust in this town that's skilled enough to do it? Anybody?
I look at Acacia. Probably Ferdinand.
Pardon?
Probably Ferdinand. The only other person that we can trust enough.
Are you mixing up names again?
I might be mixing up names again.
Cringe.
The guard captain. Well, the retired guard captain.
Alfonso.
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 Oh my goodness.
That wasn't even a name mix-up. That one I just got wrong.
Someone's been listening to Franz Ferdinand.
But oh, the Franz Ferdinand podcast.
What about Alfonso?
He's done enough for us already. We can't get him involved in this.
Would he be willing though?
To break everyone out of prison? I doubt it.
But what about
Probably-
causing a diversion in the guard barracks large enough to cause a stir?
Lazar begins to play on his baritone, his bassoon.
Baritone. Ooh, he's been carrying that shit.
Valor rubs where eyebrows should be on a face and just thinks for a moment and has an epiphany.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Epiphany sets the sound of bad bassoon playing.
Yes.
Owen's
Hey,
gonna look
Lazar.
up at Valor.
Yeah, what's up?
You started a prison union, correct?
I mean, barely. Like, we had, like, maybe 10 sign-ups, but then other people kept asking about what kind of snacks we would have, and I was like, we're in prison, dude, I don't know.
Owen's
So,
gonna
yeah, I
put
did,
their
yeah.
face in their
It
hands.
was fun. Why, what's up?
Would you like to free the members of your union?
Oh, shit, yeah, that'd be fun. When?
Later tonight, and I look at the group like, what's a good time for that explosion to go off?
Oh wait, DM. How long would it take for V to make potions?
Depending on how many you're making and how good you roll.
Technically, if we're going through the sewer, I don't know if we need them, and since we're only sending one dude to set off the bombs, we would need one at most.
We might be sending two, right?
We probably would like 2 potions.
2 potions of invisibility.
Yeah, I'll shoot for 3 just in case that one extra would come in handy.
Yeah, that one extra one.
Yeah, a couple of hours. Again, depending on how well you roll. If you roll really well, with like wisdom plus proficiency, then you know you'll get 3 in like an hour or 2. If you roll poorly, better part of 6 hours. Yeah. But also, it's like 9 in the morning right now.
Yeah.
So we have Lazar breaking people out of prison. We have, correct me if I'm wrong when I say this, I'm saying this out of character, Maeve, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you. Making sure. We have Maeve setting the dynamite, and I would like to very, very much establish this. Please set this in a place that will cause a lot of damage, but very, very low chance of civilian casualties.
Maeve
Are
just
they
goes,
really civilians if they're working in the Valorex facility?
Yes, they
though?
are.
Maeve just goes,
Are cops
yeah, but
civilians?
like it's cool if I kill the robots, right? Oh
Yes, you
yes.
may destroy that. You may destroy as many as you would like.
I mean, if they're working for the cops, they're just cops.
Oh, but you're cool, Valor. 13.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Just, you may destroy as many Valor units as you wish, but not any humanoids. biological people.
I'll do my
Right.
best.
Thank you. That's all I can ask of you.
Lazar raises his hand.
Yeah.
Can I kill the guards?
I have no problem with it.
I have a couple problems with it. And
Do it.
If absolutely necessary.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Owain looks at Valor. And then those gonna turn at Lazar.
Hi.
Only if it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, wink.
Owain looks back at Valor.
I think we have to kill this guy.
I think we have to kill this guy, Valor.
And he's just gonna like
that silence is in character.
just-
Owain is met with just abject silence.
Owain's gonna look at Valor and like there's just I would assume there's just like a mutual silence of them understanding there's nothing we can do. And Owain's just gonna say, okay.
All
Out of
right.
character, this was your epiphany. Live with the consequences.
All right. So we have two different people setting off explosives and getting the attention of the Valor X models away from the District of Stars. So you're going to confront him at his own home?
It's not ideal, but what other option do we have?
Luring him out would only draw the attention of other people. Other people that he could put in harm's way.
And maybe clue him in that something might happen.
Do you have any plans of getting inside the house, or are you just going to barge the door down?
We're going to believe the plan is that we were going to try to sneak in.
She looks you up and down, Valor.
I know. I'm not exactly quiet. Even if I move slowly, you can hear the creaking from a block away. I understand.
And then she looks over at Ziru, who's also wearing, like, heavy armor.
I agree with the stealth plan. Only up until it stops working. And then we just rush down everything. We just use it to get as close as we can.
Are you going to kill the servants too?
No.
Yes.
If necessary.
Owain says, if necessary. Only if it's necessary. If they turn on us, if they just walk away, then we won't kill them.
If they try to kill us, well, they made their choice.
Yeah. Or there's even the possibility that they might even team up with us.
Are you going to convince them in the moment?
No. They can make a choice.
You are all incredibly stupid, as I look at my friends.
Oh. What did I do?
There is no
Not
need
you.
for harsh words.
Oh, okay.
Not this time.
Oh. Okay.
Acacia.
Oh, yeah.
These are people under the employ of someone who wishes to be a tyrant. He is going to be twisting that metaphorical knife as much as he can and going to be using them against us. They don't have a choice. And
There's
Owain,
always a choice.
They very much do have a choice.
the
if
same
we're not-
choice.
Valor
same-
14. If you are going to be a leader of this group, then choose your words with understanding and kindness.
Thank you for reining me in. These people don't have options. We give them an impossible option to be kicked out onto the street with no anything. We take away whatever employee they have. We take away.
Doesn't that happen either way? We're killing
Exactly.
their employer.
What
It
happens?
doesn't matter.
Why do you wish to kill these random people, Acacia?
I don't.
And yet
But
it's
if
the
it's
only
killing
option you are
them or letting
considering.
them, go ahead.
It's your sole option that you are taking is murder. Why?
I'm not. I'm saying if they try to kill me, then they've made their choice. I'm not gonna roll over and die just because they want to kill me.
I'm
Do you
not
want me to
asking-
just roll over and die?
I'm not asking you to roll over and die. I am asking you to take the initiative and help these people understand that they have more options.
Valor.
And
what
you,
other options do they have in this situation? If they attack us,
we
would have to attack back.
would need to help convince them.
And you want to waste time convincing them?
I would rather waste time convincing them than take one life unnecessarily again.
It won't be unnecessary.
It will be.
You know,
If we have to choose between us and them, I'm choosing us.
there's always the option of just not killing them but knocking them out.
And I just outstretch my arms. He has a better idea than you.
Oh, okay.
Acacia.
Let's not rush to conclusions. I am just saying, I think you guys underestimate your own strength. He's probably gonna have a cook. Someone who cleans toilets. I feel like you could just kind of pop him on the back of the head and they'll keel over, you know? Then he goes
Then
back
I'll
to
do
playing
that.
the bassoon.
God damn it. Then I'll do that. If they attack us, simply just knock them out.
We are
Yeah,
here to
I'm-
kill one person.
I'm not gonna try to kill them. If something happens, something happens.
Then that was lost in communication, and I am sorry for whatever misunderstanding happened. Lady Madeline,
Yes?
would you know what his house looks like?
Yes, I've been to it.
Is there anything we should be aware of? Any dangers, any dead ends, anything where he would be staying most often?
Well, he has his bedroom on the second floor. His office is across the house on the second floor. That is where he keeps most of his records. Perhaps anything anything that he doesn't want the public finding out about would probably be in that room. There are some guest bedrooms and some servants' quarters on the second floor. There's also a courtyard. And some servants' quarters and some storage on the first floor. Are you looking for anything specific?
No, you told us everything. At least you told me everything I wanted to know. Except for one thing. Is there anything less public in his house? Anything secret? Anything that you would be clued in on?
Well,
that no one else would be?
Perhaps the one thing coming to mind is his dealings with some of the other upper crust of society in regards to, and she kind of like eyes Acacia and Kane in regards to them. I don't know if he would have like a list of people, but he would definitely have correspondence with some of them.
I see.
You can just see Acacia, like, clenching her jaw.
He definitely has some sort of vault, but I've never seen it, and I don't know where it could be.
Okay. We have a general idea now. We try to sneak in as much as we can, and afterwards, when that's no longer an option, we do the best we can. We have our distractions. What else do we need?
There's no traps in the house or anything that you're aware of? We're not going to step on a wrong tile and get sent into the basement?
No, it's a normal home.
Just had to ask. I've been to some weird places, I think.
That's fair, honestly. No traps.
We have the plan, as loose as it is. What about the rest of you? Any suggestions?
Try not to die?
Fantastic.
That's a good one.
I like
Gotta
it.
remember that one.
Yes, fear just kind of clears her throat. While I will not be breaking into any prisons or setting off explosives, I am practiced in the arcane. If you have use for my talents, tell me now. Otherwise, I will simply act as if I have no idea what is going on.
Know any good buffing spells?
I do. I could only concentrate on one, and that would be for a mere minute.
Would you happen to have any scrolls for unlocking doors?
For unlocking doors?
I've got that covered, don't worry.
No death ward we can put on, who's most likely to go down, Kane?
I suppose so.
That is outside of my area of expertise. Though perhaps Kane could speak to the little voice inside of his head.
If Nell can death ward from beyond the grave, then I'm gonna strangle him next time I see him.
Alright, well. Hey now, is there anything you could possibly do in your state?
Who was Kane talking to?
Hey now?
Oh.
The little voice in his head.
Oh, here. Sorry. Give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
Does he get advantage because I'm threatening that little voice very loudly?
Sure.
That's gonna be a 22.
Okay.
Ooh.
God damn.
You just hear Nell inside of your head go, "The fuck is wrong with you? I could try, I guess. If it fails, please don't let Acacia kill me."
No promises. I
What
suppose
the
you'll have to do
fuck?
good.
Damn.
I know this is in his head, but he knows I'd do it.
I don't even know why
He
I put
knows
up
I
with you
can do it.
anymore.
You don't have much of a choice in the matter, I don't believe.
Wow.
I will sing songs until 12 in the morning again.
Alright, fine.
I will just be annoying.
Never gonna give you.
I'm not stuck with you. You're stuck in here with me.
I'll do my best to cast a spell from beyond the. Am I really dead? I don't
I
know.
couldn't exactly tell you either.
Yeah, you're real useful.
Better than you are, so.
Damn.
I'm gonna make you shit your pants.
At least you'd be able to do something then.
Oh,
You just see
Oh.
Kane get a nosebleed.
He's like, Kane just starts screaming their pants immediately.
Can I just, this is happening in his head, right? Can I just make an insight check to see if it's like, oh, this is going well or this is going poorly?
Just see fucking Kane shit his pants.
we just hear him rip unholy amounts of ass.
Yeah, should I make an insight check?
It's an 8.
What'd you get?
8.
Kane, how's it going?
You can tell that Kane is probably just not impressed at the moment, so.
Wait, do we actually hear the nosebleed?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
But like, you can tell that like Kane is getting annoyed by someone else for a change.
For a change is crazy.
No.
Acacia's just like, yeah, that sounds like you're stuck with my cousin.
Ow.
One other thing to speak about. Moloch. I'm assuming we're bringing them along.
I
We
don't
should
think we
not.
should.
We should not.
And in that case, who should we leave them with?
You could leave them with me, Madeline.
Would you be
speaks up.
alright with that?
If you are going to be engaging Hildebrand, then that should be okay, yes. Especially if I, perhaps hide out here, Yesphere? And Yesphere just kind of groans. Yes, that's fine. I love using my library as a hideaway spot.
Thanks.
Is my sarcasm getting better, Kane?
They could use some work.
You see her just like pick up a glass of water and like shatters in her hand.
Eye twitching.
It's
Besides,
probably best to keep
Crashing
them
out.
here. I'm sure they'd be happy to stay with you, so.
Right. We have
Oh,
to
poor
plan.
Ysphere. She's stuck with a group of chuckle fucks handing other people.
No.
Crashing out.
The one competent person you guys find and you're like, please look after our dogs, please.
So, the issue of Moloch
has been resolved. We have our plan. Or at least the skeleton of a plan.
The concept of a plan.
We have enough of a plan that we can at least get things started, and once things inevitably go to shit, then we just have to improvise.
One other thing, just to cover our bases here. Is there potentially any escape route, something secret that Hildebrand might take that we should know about, perhaps?
You said has an infernal pact? Could he perhaps somehow travel to the hellish plains?
I would hope he wouldn't. But I suppose it's always on the table.
Depends how powerful he is, I guess. I mean, I think if he can travel to the hells, we're kind of screwed.
Right.
Do we have any means of stopping that, if that is a possibility?
A binding spell would probably work, though I doubt you are high enough spellcasters.
Not anymore.
No, not in my current state.
Kane, Acacia, absolutely screwed.
Like both crying in the corner.
Man, if only we had someone who was super magically powerful.
Though perhaps if multiple of you cast it at once, you could share the load. Though it would have to be an uninterrupted ritual.
Mm.
Only 6 seconds, though none of you could waver.
I could do it easily.
How many do we need?
Well, a 5th level spell, so 5 spell slots worth of people. However you want to split that up. Though the higher the casting, the more difficult it will be to hold on to it.
Oh boy, if only we had fucking 3rd level spells, huh?
Hmm?
Nothing.
Alice is just like, I'm kind of hinting that I want to be a 5th level spellcaster.
Because I'm not right now.
I
Be so poggers if you like leveled
Would
up.
it-
Maybe.
I mean, like, for no reason, yeah.
Well, I
If
have
Kane-
access.
although I may not exactly be the highest spellcaster, maybe, and Valor opens up their chassis and lets people see the crystal inside. Maybe I can be used as a focus.
Any spell slot will do. If you have 1st level ones, you
If
can offer up your power.
If Kane can do a 3rd level, I can handle the rest.
You want to give up one of your 3rd level slots for
I
this?
can give up. I mean, how many of us are spellcasters?
All of you. Except for
Okay.
Scraps. Scraps
Yeah.
is
I
except for
have
Scraps is
one
0.
level.
So Wayne's just gonna ask, why don't we all just give up one spell slot?
If one of us messes up, then it's done. The fewer people who have a chance to mess up, the better.
And the people that do that should probably stay close to me. I can bolster the concentration of people around me.
I'm already very good at concentrating, so
I'm fine with giving up one of my 3rd level spell slots.
Wayne and I can do it.
I will contribute a 1st level.
You don't need to.
No, you're right.
There's no
But you have better use of your spells than I do.
No. It would be better to have you able to react.
Yeah, we need someone protecting us.
I love that nobody else knows the other fucking context of that, Alex. Nobody knows part 1 of that.
And as Acacia just said, the more people doing it, the more people risking failing it.
But the people who do fail lose the most resources.
So if we fail the first time, we'd all have to start over again. Everyone would lose resources.
It's better to have 2 people and then be able to protect those 2 people.
Above table, my blade song gives me the, I get an additional bonus on top of my constitution save equal to my intelligence, so I get an additional +5 to my, already +5. So my constitution checks are a +10.
God
Oh
damn.
my gosh.
Oh, wait,
oh
hold
my
up.
gosh.
Kane, what's your con?
My con.
Wait, is it concentration?
Concentration is a constitution saving, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what's your constitution?
14.
Yeah, you should
Oh.
probably do it then. If you're fine with giving up your third level spell.
That's fine.
Okay.
Alright. We also understand that we need to restrain or damage him in any capacity that we can. I have the most means of restraining someone. I also have a mostly guaranteed method of doing some amount of damage to him.
If he's got the cloak, we should try to do spells that have saving, not attack rolls.
Valor looks at Acacia. The fuck's a saving throw?
There's obviously a difference, right? How the fuck do you talk about this?
Say spells. Instead of like melee attacks. Or
Well, yeah, but
weapon
some
attacks.
spells are attack rolls. We should try to use unavoidable spells.
There you go.
Y'all love to make things difficult for yourselves for no damn reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
Fucking pedants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, hard P.
You put this group together, Alec. What else did you expect? This is the group that you chose to
For you
curate.
to be normal!
Nope.
Screeching.
You expected us to be normal?
I'm in my yes fear era.
My yes, Vera.
The only thing normal about me are my pronouns.
Dave, wake up! New Taylor Swift era just dropped.
Go die.
Era's tour just ended. New era coming out.
Yeah.
The Epoch Tour.
Gay era.
I wish.
Okay.
The fucking Swifties wish, dude.
We have a general combat strategy. We have the layout of his house. At least a vague outline. We have a vague structure of his house at this moment. We have the plan. Is there anything else we should talk about before moving on to what's on the table? As Valor's pointing out the myriad of shit.
The plan's all gonna go to chaos anyway the moment we actually get there, so I don't think having an extremely detailed plan will really do us any favors.
We'll just have to play the rest of it by ear.
We can only plan for so much.
Octavius.
Yes.
What are these gadgets that you spoke of?
Right. I will go down the list, and then I will, I can, like, type it out for, anybody that needs it. Valor. For you, Lady Madeline, comes over and places, a kind of, like, almost like Medal of Honor on you. It is the, it's a +1 amulet of the devout. And she goes, "This is for being the last machine standing in battle. May you not waver."
Thank you.
Yes, Fear gives you the Boots of Speed.
Okay.
And a Ring of Truth Telling.
Hey, Alec. If you're giving us all this shit, how bad is the fight gonna be?
Oh my god.
Not gonna be bad at all. Don't worry about it. To be fair, also you guys haven't gotten like money or magic items for the past 6 levels, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
Just, you know, the immediate
Yeah.
fear of hearing 3 items and going, oh fuck!
They're all like uncommon. That's fine.
And then you said
You know what I mean, though? The
the
immediate
ring
fear.
of
The Ring of Truth
what?
Telling. So,
Truth.
see, that one's not even combat based. Relax.
Uh-huh.
Relax.
I know what
No, it's that. It's
do. Ring of Truth telling. Okay. I bow my head slightly at all of them. Thank you very much.
Give me a second. Okay. Let's see. Owain. You receive. I'll just send you the links. Yeah, one from Madeline and one from Yesphere. It is a glamour-studded armor for you to not die.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm not squishy.
Yeah, well, you're still squishy, but it's
Yeah.
slightly better.
Not as squishy.
Yeah, and then you receive a Stone of Good Luck from Yesphere.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next,
I'm gonna say thank you.
Acacia, your sword went up to rare.
Yeah.
And
That's
also,
crazy.
Yesphere just kind of like her mouth a very thin line, and she kind of like averting her gaze, but she does kind of like drop a sack of gold into your hand. Or rather, not a sack of gold, but like a bunch of materials to copy down spells. It is 300 gold worth for you to copy whatever spells you want from her library.
Thank you. You really don't have to.
Do you want to give it back to me?
Not really.
Then that's that. You hold the life of someone very important to me in your hands. Do not waste this.
I won't let him die.
Then we're even.
We're even.
Keen. She gives you the same thing. 300 gold pieces worth of materials to copy down whatever spell you want. She also gives you a ring that gives you a +1 to your spell attack and your spell save DC.
Let's see.
Yippee!
Thank you very much,
Woohoo.
Yesphere.
That's crazy.
Scraps.
Oh wow.
Octavius comes up to you and asks if they could see your scythe and do some modifications on your arms. Or arm.
Heck yeah! As long as I get to see what you're doing, I want to learn.
This is a little bit. This is a little bit advanced, but yeah, you could. Let's see. Give
Don't
me.
worry, I'm a quick learner.
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
I have to attune to this.
Yo, mama. Anyways.
How many attunements do you have already?
I don't have any.
Okay, then what the fuck? Why are you complaining?
What?
14.
14?
14.
Okay. First they begin to seemingly kind of like sharpen your scythe blade and then install a specific compartment and imbue a like lightning crystal into it. So your scythe is now magical. It gains +1 to attack and damage rolls. And it deals an extra 1d6 damage whenever you hit someone.
Do you have it written down, like the little stat thing?
Yeah, I can write it down for you. And then they kind of like give you a splint for your kind of like regular arm to kind of like help the muscles not be like as kind of like forced whenever you're grabbing onto the scythe. And for like your little stub, kind of like reinforces it. You still only have one arm, but you're like you get like a little hook onto your stub, and you can now like use both of your like your shoulders for the scythe. That essentially makes your strength score a 20.
Oh,
W.
we only went out here, boys.
Hawk Jam. Zero gets some shit. He gets some armor and a sword.
Oh,
A
shit.
really cool sword.
It's like, you get this magical staff, and you
yeah.
get this shit.
Well, Cameron's not here. I'll message them later. But Octavius does like work on a sword and present to them like some sort of almost like enchanted like magical sword. And V, you get hide armor.
Oh.
That makes your I believe that's a 14 AC. Oh no, 12. Okay, yeah. So yeah, then hide armor +1, so 13 AC. And you get a shield of the Sentinel. That's a +2 bonus to AC, and then it gives you advantage on initiative and perception checks. I'll write this down for you, don't worry.
Yeah.
And you also get a wooden staff of very light wood, and it has kind of like almost like deer antlers like woven into it. It is a wooden quarterstaff. It has a reach of 10 feet, and it has a +1 to attack and damage rolls. Yay!
Start snapping.
Yippee!
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 I did not, thanks.
I did not appreciate the yippee to give you.
Too bad.
I appreciate.
Thanks, Riley.
Anytime.
Yeah, so after the session, I will write down all of that. Like the specifics, whoever needs it. Oh yeah, V, what potions are you making?
Right now we're gonna start on invisibility.
Okay, you're trying to make 3 potions of invisibility. Yeah, just give me a wisdom plus proficiency check.
Plus proficiency check. How many? Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Wisdom.
You can have advantage, Lazar is helping you.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my goodness, the developer.
Whoa!
Oh my god. What's
rolled a
going
nat
on
20.
here? Oh my goodness.
I rolled a nat 20.
W.
You guys are meant to be. Let's get back together. Oh,
You make
Like,
3
it gets
potions.
kind of awkward.
You make 3 potions of invisibility. It takes you 10 minutes. You realized you had them in your bag.
Yeah, okay, can I make potions of healing?
Yes, you can. Give me
Oh.
another wisdom plus proficiency with advantage.
23.
Ooh. All right, get ready.
Oh, guys, I'm not ready.
You make 3 potions of common healing. That is 2d4 plus 2. You get 3 of those. You make 2 potions of greater healing. Those are 4d4 plus 4. And 1 potion of superior healing. That is 8d4 plus 8. And you spend, I'd say, 3 hours doing this.
Okay. Wait, how many potions do I make in total? Sorry.
3 common, 1 greater, 1 superior, so 5.
Okay.
V.
Me.
So you're going off with them to fight the guy?
Oh, wait, assume this is the talking that's happening while the potion's making?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is him helping you.
Yeah.
Staying out of your way.
Providing moral support.
No. Explicitly not doing anything to
No.
fuck with them.
Yeah, I thought it was something I ought to do.
You know,
Like, I'm worried
he's,
there's like an awkward silence in
Yeah.
between conversations.
you know he's a scary guy.
I've heard some things.
V. He's one of the reasons my parents are dead.
You like be stopped like preparing for like a second before beginning again.
I don't want him to take anything else from me.
What? He's gonna turn and then he's gonna say, but he almost took something from me. Like at this point, he's like stopped potion making and just like turned to Lazar.
So when I look for revenge, it's bad, but when you do it, it's okay.
Well, before You weren't a pile of stone. I couldn't believe it when a group of strangers came to my house and told me you were petrified.
And you're following this group of strangers into death, you know. What do you?
Oh,
You're making
aren't you doing the
potions?
same?
No, I'm breaking prisoners out to cause a distraction or something. I want to follow them. I want to be there when that guy finally dies.
Then what's stopping you?
Well, for one, they kind of need me to do something else, but
And after that?
why are you here?
When I heard you were in danger, I couldn't just stay in my hut.
I've been in danger plenty of times, V.
This time was the last straw.
Yeah, well, my last straw was a couple of years ago. I'm just saying. You're a little late.
I realize that. Realizing how close I was to losing you. Seeing you help you people, I guess sort of lit something under me.
I guess I just wish it happened before.
Me too.
Well, I guess you're serious.
I guess I am. And after all of this is said and done, what's next for you?
I think they want to go to the Shadow City.
Wait, would I know if Lazar's ever been to the Shadow City?
No, he's never been.
Never. I don't think you've ever been to the Shadow City, have you?
No. It seems fun if they invite me with them again. Otherwise...
So you'd go?
Huh?
So you'd go with them?
Yeah, why not? I don't have anything else holding me back.
Like that one brief second, just like V sort of pauses.
What about you? Gonna go back to the garbage district?
Kind of shrugs his shoulder. There's a couple of kids that I know that probably need support now.
There's always someone.
There's always somewhere to be. I say that like I turn to him.
I get it. You've gotten good. And he just kind of motions at the potions. Hehe. That
Um,
rhymed.
hey, that rhymed. It's better than your songs. Um,
Hey, that rhymed. It's better than my songs.
I hate it here.
Someone get H bomber guy.
um, well, I mean, I've had a lot of practice over the years.
Hey, me too.
Where have you been last?
The tree.
The tree?
Yeah.
Do I know what tree he's talking about?
Yeah, the Emerald Father. It's
Ah,
down south of the city. It's a bunch of druids, furbolg, elves.
oh, the Emerald. What's that Emerald Daddy again? The Emerald Father?
Yeah, we call it the Emerald Daddy.
Oh my
Oh yeah, I
goodness.
heard. I heard some kids talking about calling it the Green Daddy.
Yeah.
I guess the name still sticks.
It's a weird place.
Has a bunch of druids, don't they?
Yeah, people are always screaming and yelling and throwing bombs. Ugh.
Do I know it to be a peaceful place?
It's more peaceful than he's describing it, but you would know that, like, it's a little, like, politically tumultuous.
Like trying to look at Lazar. Bombs?
Smoke bombs. Thrown by kids, but you know.
Ah,
It's bad for
that
the
makes
it's
sense.
bad for the lungs. He lights up a doobie.
I was gonna say, doesn't he? Or, you're bad for the lungs, don't you? And then I see him smoking the doobie, and then like, never mind.
Yeah, I grew this off of Valor.
What do you mean?
Oh, like the weed. Valor has it growing on their shoulders.
Ankle. It's ankle.
Like Valor
No,
just like
it's-
breaks in like the Kool-Aid man. It's the ankles, ankles.
Oh, hey, Valor.
Valor starts crashing out over it.
And I have some. I investigate their ankles. Holy shit!
I don't got shoelaces.
Oh, and that
Who's
one grows
wearing-
shrooms.
Huh?
Yeah.
Where did you meet these people?
The Green Daddy.
Ah,
I think I fell into a pit and then they took me with them. V, I think I got kidnapped. But I think I'm a little bit too deep in to like say anything now. So I think we should just go along with it.
I look with the face of concern. You can always just say no.
But I kind of wanted to go with them. Is that weird?
So you wanted to go, but you think you were kidnapped? You
Yeah,
should tell them that.
like a consensual kidnapping.
Yeah, you should tell them that you think you're being kidnapped, even right now.
No. I feel better talking to you.
Well, if it brought you back here, then maybe it wasn't a bad kidnapping.
I don't know
But it
if I
did lead.
I don't know if I like
But
it
it did
here.
bring you in jail. Oh,
I, this city's kind of bad.
Yeah, it's kind of
Oh, and like
been.
all of them are traumatized. They have like nightmares every night.
And you're not?
Well, that's why I smoke.
Oh, I see. I just planted some stuff in the ground.
Yeah, you grow weed, dude. That's weed.
Yeah, pretty good. I have to try this valor weed.
It's pretty strong.
Oh,
It's oregano.
it's right now.
Alright, well, good talk. And he just claps you on the back and heads out.
And then before he goes like, Zlar, wait.
What?
V pauses for a second. It's great to see you again. Even if it involves lots of people maybe dying.
I wish I could say the same. And he leaves.
They shoot him. Roll a straight save.
Where's that fucking gif of Victor pulling out a gun?
Oh, that's the gun that V will give to me later.
He's like, here, take this potion. I call it a gun.
Kane.
Yes.
Yes, Fear finds you. She goes, well, do you feel prepared?
Well, despite our loose plan, I would like to believe we made all the preparations that we can make at the time.
I see. Although I'm not volunteering to engage in the fight, I think it useless to get rid of the man.
Oh, really?
There will always be more. Unless you wipe the whole city off the map, I don't really find a usefulness in all of this floundering.
I do agree with you there. However, oh, you first.
I will be there if needed. I will not let you die again.
I'll count on you then. But rest assured, I don't think I'll be dying anytime soon. I won't allow it.
Unfortunately, you have to rely on a lot more people this time around.
That is true, but it could be a lot worse. This ragtag group of different walks of life, they provide themselves to be useful at times, so there is that. I can count on them for the time being, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yes, well, it could be a lot worse. We could be fighting giants.
Ah. I missed that. Don't worry. Once I return back to my proper form, we'll be tackling much larger issues. But for now, I suppose I have to make do with this escapade. But thankfully, I can count on you being there when that time comes.
I will. When you are inside his home, If you get the chance, perhaps looking over the people that did this to you and the other one could prove fruitful.
Should time allow it, I'll see if I can come up with results. Who knows, maybe even Hildebrand might know a lot himself.
Ha, that fool. He could surprise us.
Can't put it off the table just yet. But as to what you have said before, should I need your help, of course, I'll call on you to hopefully, provide assistance when you can, but I would appreciate if you didn't do anything reckless.
Me, reckless. Ha.
Well, if you say so. I just need you to know that I do. If there's anyone here that I do need around, it's you.
We are solitary by nature, Kane. But it is good to have company every once in a while.
I couldn't ask for better company.
You see like a small smile, like tugging at her lips, and then she just kind of like turns around. It is getting late.
It is, and time for us to, I suppose, execute the plan. It's fun. A little bit. Scary. But thrilling in a way.
You haven't felt fear in a while, have you?
No. No, not in a long time.
There's a chance it could fail. It must be thrilling.
Right. I suppose the last time it failed, that costed me my life. But here it's a bit different. There are more factors at play. Things that I can't quite anticipate.
Consequences are smaller too.
I'm getting a little used to it, I think.
You won't have to be used to it for long. After this is said and done, we are getting your body back.
And we'll move on to greater heights.
And perhaps better allies.
We'll see. Well then. I'll see you soon. Farewell. Yes, Fear.
Farewell, Kane. And as you walk away, you just hear her yell, "Lazar, don't fucking eat that!" And that's where we'll end the session.